Hey friends, it's Laura with Laura's Handmade Haven. Welcome or welcome back. I'm so glad you joined me today. Today is a different kind of day in the craft room. I am continuing the Summer BBQ series, but this project has nothing to do with the sewing machine, but still has everything to do with our gorgeous red, white, and sweet fabric. You're going to be joining me at the craft table, and we're going to be covering a tin with fabric. So I'm going to give you a few tips and show you a few tricks, and we're going to get this project completed together. So let's head on over to the craft table and let's get started. All right, on the craft table today, we are going to be taking this tin and we're going to be covering it with layers of fabric. And we're going to be using Mod Podge for that. So you're going to want some Mod Podge, a foam brush, and I actually use a Pampered Chef scraper to do all of my smoothing and getting some of the bubbles and stuff out, the air bubbles out with the fabric. And then you're going to want all your scraps that you've been collecting from the other projects that we've been creating in the Summer BBQ series. So you may remember that I had some fabric that I had to trim up the edges, and I saved all of those scraps, and they're here on the table beside me because I have a special little finishing thing for those. I also have all these little scraps that I saved up from just the little, I think these were from the placemats, all the strips that we cut for those. I saved all of those little scraps. I also had some other scraps that I pulled out that were just, small cuts that I did. Now, as a reminder, we are using the red, white, and sweet line from Benartex fabrics for all of our Summer BBQ projects, and these fabrics are so gorgeous, you guys. So I'm just gonna go through and grab out any little scraps that I see. That's my first step for this project. Now, I'm not saying that I won't cut any yardage, but I'm going to start with my scraps because I just don't want to cut into my yardage if I don't have to, because I do still have that tablecloth coming up, and well, it's going to take it's going to take a little bit of fabric too. One thing I do want to point out before anyone questions me, this is not my fabric cutting mat. This is another mat that I use just for crafting. So I would not use Mod Podge and all of these other things on your fabric cutting mat. But the first thing you want to do for the tin is you want to get yourself some fine grit sandpaper and just sand all of the edges, all of the sides of the tin. And that's going to kind of help prepare the surface for the Mod Podge and the fabric. I am using regular Mod Podge. They definitely make Mod Podge that's designed for fabric. And they also have like a high holding Mod Podge. One of those would probably be a better choice, but this is what I have on hand, so that's what I'm going to be using today. To get started, I'm just going to think about what I want my tin to look like. Now this tin actually has a handle that goes on the top, but I have removed that and it's off to the side. I'll put it back on after I have the top covered and it's kind of dry, and that way I can just use some scissors or a little razor blade to cut those little slits so I can put that handle back on and I don't have to worry about going around the handle. I will need to go around this little latch here and the little latch on the top of the tin lid, but I have a trick in mind for that I'm going to share with you. So for the first part of this, I am just going to get started pretty much, and I'm going to try to let you watch. That's what I'll say. You just get to watch for the first part of this. Now, one thing that I will tell you when I look at this, and just because this is the look that I'm going for, I am going to probably rip most of my fabrics. So I'm just going to kind of look at this, and this has actually all this fabric's been pre-washed. So I do have some strings and things on the sides of this that I'm just going to snip those off because I don't really want those on my tin, but I do want that frayed edge. Even though the Mod Podge is going to kind of seal that into place, you'll still be able to tell that it's frayed. Now, I do like to start at the back of my tin just because I feel like that way, I mean, no one really looks at the back as much as they do the front, right? And I did not make this narrow enough. So let's just do another little snip. Now you could definitely put some Mod Podge in a cup or something like that if you want. You don't have to use it right out of the container. But I mean, I've found that right out of the container works great. until it gets too, until it gets too far down, and then it's like, oh no. Now, Mod Podge does dry fairly quickly, so you just kind of want to make sure that you keep all the areas kind of wet. And then we're just going to lay this on here. We're going to use our Pampered Chef spreader to seal it down into place. Now, fabric does like to move. If you've done this with paper and things like that before, fabric is a different kind of beast when it comes to Mod Podge. You're going to have to be a little patient, a little slower with your movements, but it will lay down for you. And again, pressing with our hand very lightly first. Now, if you are afraid of getting Mod Podge all over yourself, go grab yourself some gloves because you are definitely going to have Mod Podge all over you otherwise. Before we finish up our tin today, we will need to seal the entire thing with a layer of Mod Podge. But for right now, this is all we need is just the layer to get the fabric onto the tin. And then you will also add another layer to seal it on top. And that's going to kind of give you, it's not going to be weatherproof, so don't like put it out in the rain or anything like that, but it will give you a little protection from any, just like some little spills and things like that at the summer barbecue. All right, now around this little latch here, I'm just going to make a little bit of cutting. I've had so much fun making the projects for the Summer BBQ Series. They have been turning out so cute, and I just cannot wait to show the whole reveal and show the table setup, and it's just very exciting for me. And again, I'm just continuing to wrap this with the fabric around the tin. Watch for any edges that are curling. And I do have a little crease right here that I'm gonna have to work out with my little spreader or with my finger. That might just work. Yep, there we go. One thing that's really fun about the fabric more than paper is that you can get it to pull a little bit. So it's a little more flexible. You can pull the paper just a little. All right, so now that I'm to basically the back where I started, I'm just going to make a snip here and carefully rip that. And of course I can use that for another project. As long as you keep the Mod Podge off of it, you're okay. Like I said, that's why I pulled out my scraps, because if I happen to get Mod Podge on them, I haven't wasted my yardage fabrics. I'm just using all the scraps up. All right. And we are almost to the fun part where we'll be able to start doing some of the decorating. Not that this isn't decorating, I know. You could stop right here and this would be super cute. But I'm gonna show you a few more things that will take this to the next level. On the front of this tin, what I'm planning on doing is just taking all of these little strips and I'm going to cut them into squares. There's a couple of them I'm not going to use. I'm going to use the ones that I know will contrast well. And then I'm just going to arbitrarily cut them and rip them. And I don't need all of these, but we'll use some of them. All right, now we're going to start doing some layering. To do that, I'm just going to put some Mod Podge right here. I'm just going to start sticking these on. kind of randomly. All right, before I get too much further, I just want to take my scraper and make sure all of this is laying down relatively smooth. So I'm just taking the scraper and smoothing this down. Now, if you have loose edges and things along here, don't fret too much because you can go back and run a little bit of Mod Podge underneath those, the top edges. You want to make sure all the bottom edges are secure before you add the next layer. Now, your fabric will allow some Mod Podge to soak through. So if it's not perfect, don't fret too much. Now, since I had to cut 2 strips of this red to have enough to go around, I'm going to start kind of at the center of the sides because I don't want that break to end up being in the middle of the front. So I'm going to start, and I'm just kind of sealing the bottoms of the fabric squares that I just put on there as I go too. And that's going to help this red gingham lay down really nice and neat and flat on the bottom of my tin. Now the tin is upside down, by the way, right now. So just, just know that. Now if you saw the napkin fraying video, right now on this end, I'm going to just use, and I'm just gonna kind of pull out some of those strings to make that edge look frayed because I do want all of the edges on the bottom of this ribbon frayed. And again, I'm just going to put more Mod Podge on top of that fabric, making sure the bottoms are nice and sealed. That will match up beautifully. Put a little more Mod Podge right under that edge. All right, I'm gonna go wash my hands because I got a little messy there. And then we'll do the top of the tin and we'll do an overall coating and then we will be done. All right, for the top of the tin, I'm gonna keep this fairly simple and I'm just gonna use a piece of the Strawberry Celebration. And I just laid it on here and I'm just gonna snip where I need to rip my fabric. All right, now that that's pretty close to the size I want it, I mean it is, it's good size. I'm just going to spread the Mod Podge up here, all over the top, and then we'll seal it down. We'll be able to cut through the cloth from the inside of the tin, so it's okay to cover up those holes right now. All right, so I just used a little blade and made the holes. And then we'll put the handle back on. Very carefully, we'll hammer those little tabs back down into place. So our handle's back on our tin. And then we're just going to Mod Podge over the entire thing. That handle's nice to have on there right now just because that way you have something that you can hold on to because you're not gonna put Mod Podge on the handle, but you are gonna put it everywhere else. So it's really kind of up to you where you wanna start with this, but you're basically going to cover the entire thing with Mod Podge. And then before I stop my decorating, I will take some of those really thin strips that we cut off earlier, and I will just tie some of those onto the handle, and then this project will be done. All right, now we're just gonna let it sit there and dry. And after it's dry, I'll tie the remaining ribbons on and we'll have a fabric covered tin. So it took a little time for that Mod Podge to dry, but here is our finished tin. And it is so cute, you guys. I cannot wait to use this at the summer barbecue table setup. And I can't wait to show you all the versatile ways that I'm going to use this at the summer barbecue setup. So you can see here at the top, I've added just some tied fabric ribbons up here. I basically just used some of those cutoffs that I had left over from other trimmings when I was scoring up my fabrics and stuff, and just cut them a little shorter, tied them around the handle, and that was easy peasy. In addition to that, I did cut a 1/2 inch piece of fabric to go right around on this little ledge here on the top of the lid of the tin. And that's pretty much all I've done to it that you didn't get to see earlier in the video. So this turned out really well. It's gonna be really fun. Now, this is not weatherproof, so don't put this out in the rain, but it's fine for a warm day or a cool day for your summer barbecue. I really do hope that you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope it inspired you to create something a little different, a little outside the box in your craft room with some gorgeous fabrics from Benartex. Once again, thank you Benartex for supplying all the fabrics for the Summer Barbecue series on my YouTube channel. I really appreciate that, and I love being one of the 2026 social stars. The fabric line we're using once again is just the Red, White, and Sweep fabric line from Benartex Fabrics. If you have a comment or suggestion, please leave those down below, and I will be happy to get back to you. I love hearing from you guys. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so and hit the bell for notifications so you'll be one of the first ones to know when a new video drops. Until next time, find joy in all you do, carve out some time for crafting and creating, and remember, it's always better when you make stuff up.